Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network, Wolves TV, presented by High Top Sports Network for this evening's PIAA Class 2A first round boys volleyball matchup. The West Shamokin Wolves hosting the Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Chargers. In this first round matchup, the Wolves District 6 champions and the Chargers runners-up in the WPIAL. My name is Josh Reckengast. Thanks for tuning in and joining me this evening. Should be a good one here at West Shamokin, coming off one of the most fantastic victories that this sports writer has ever witnessed, and I got to witness it on High Top Sports Network. My partner Joe Rhodes on the call for that District 6 championship match. West Shamokin coming back from 2 sets down to take out the Central Dragons in that D6 championship match at Mount Aloysius College last week. And now the Wolves looking to get that first ever state playoff victory. OLSH, on the other hand, came up a little bit short in their WPIAL championship match. They lost to Montour in 5 sets, actually had it at match point in the 4th set, but the Spartans were able to come back and take the victory and the WPIAL championship. OLSH did win their section this year. That was a first in school history. Unable to bring home that WPIAL Class 2A title, so they are looking to get the sour taste out of their mouth following that loss to Montour. It should be a great one here tonight, thanks to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning, and Rural Valley for their sponsorship this evening. You can see that they are our scoreboard sponsor tonight. Special thanks to Brian Brooks and Damon Fermani. Brian out here in Rural Valley, Damon in Katanning, and they are fantastic supporters of High Top Sports Network and our coverage of both Armstrong and West Shamokin athletics. Our scoreboard sponsor tonight, Phoenix Physical Therapy. And we are just about 9 minutes away from game time here. I'm gonna take you through what West Shamokin has been able to do this year. We got to broadcast their D6 semifinal match against Bishop Guilfoyle. That was at home. The Wolves looked dominant in that match, taking it in straight sets. And Owen Stover and Ezra Osterling, both tremendous matches against the Marauders. And they carried that over, but not in the first 2 sets against Central in that D6 championship match. In those first 2 sets, the Marauders looked as if they would avenge last season's defeat in the District 6 championship match. And they were up 2 sets to none, and looked like it was fun times there on the Central sideline. But West Shamokin, and I talked to Owen Stover, the senior captain on this team, and he said to me, look, I just told those guys, this is not how we're going out. We need to do what we know how to do and play how we know we can play, and we can come back and get this 1 point at a time, and that's exactly what they did. And that momentum shifted big time there. The 3rd and 4th set, West Shamokin just a powerhouse against the Dragons in that match. And ultimately, the Wolves got it done. Just a tremendous comeback. So they have a lot of momentum on their side. A little bit of a layoff, though, for both of these teams since last week. The Memorial Day holiday sandwiched in there. So both of these teams, a bit of a layoff since last Tuesday, but ready to get it underway here again in the Wolves' Den in Rural Valley. Again, my name is Josh Reckengast here on High Top Sports Network. That's a couple camera angles for you tonight, so hopefully you can catch the vast majority of the action. Sometimes in volleyball, the ball moves quicker than my fingers in my brain, so you're going to have to give me a little bit of leeway here tonight. I will do the absolute best I can. I want to say special thanks to Ray Blystone, the former athletic director here at West Shamokin Junior Senior High School. Ray is the game manager tonight for the PIAA, and I walked up to him prior to this match and gave him a handshake, which turned into a hug. Ray is just a phenomenal guy and very instrumental in helping High Top Sports Network get Wolves TV, our educational cooperative with West Shamokin, up off the ground there in the wintertime. Ray really a driving force behind that. Special thanks to him. Always love to see him, always love to talk to him. He's down there right in front tonight as the game manager, so he will be announcing the starting lineups here in just about 6 minutes. And OLSH won that section, as I said, a 9-1 record in section play, and they look to be the favorite for that WPIAL Class 2A title, ranked in both the Post-Gazette and other publications' rankings for the WPIAL near the top or at the top all season long. I think the lowest they were ranked was number 3, and that was at the very beginning of the year. Otherwise, they were 1 or 2 in those rankings, and as I mentioned, Montour able to come back. They were at match point in the 4th set. Spartans came back and were able to take the WPIAL title. So, by virtue of that defeat, the WPIAL runner-up Chargers coming here to West Shamokin. And as I mentioned a little while ago, West Shamokin, this is their 3rd straight District 6 championship in boys volleyball. Yet they do not have a state tournament win in boys volleyball. So looking to get that taken care of this evening, make a little history here at West Shamokin. As you can kind of see from the camera angle, West Shamokin warming up right now. A lot of jump serves out of Owen Stover and Ezra Osterling, and if those guys are on with their jump serve, it makes it extremely difficult for the opponent, and that's what happened against Bishop Guilfoyle and happened in the latter half of the match against Central. As those two, when their service efficiency is on point and the errors are minimized, they are a very tough team to beat, and it's no coincidence that those two guys with that jump serve are the 2 best outside hitters on this squad. But in the middle against Central, Nikki Atherton, Jacob Wadding doing a good job inside in the middle, blocking things up, playing good defense, and that's also going to be a key for West Shamokin tonight. Coach Scott Craig talked to me at length about the defense and what he expects out of his team when it comes to the blocking game. So we will see how West Shamokin performs tonight. Just about 4 minutes away. Thanks again, as I mentioned, to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley, our scoreboard sponsor tonight. Life is all about motion. Orthopedic injuries are just a part of life. Ain't that the truth? Tell me about it. Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley will help you rise to new heights after an injury and recover and recharge. Their caring staff will get you back on your feet in no time. You can check them out online, physicalphoenixtherapy.com, or call their locations in Katanning and Rural Valley to make your appointment today. I'd also like to send a special thanks to a lot of other sponsors we've had so far this postseason, especially for West Shamokin. Avice Tavern, a great sponsor. Klingensmith's Neighborly Drugstores is one located here in Rural Valley, right in the DeMayo supermarket. Plenty of local businesses. A. Rican Welding Company stepped up, done a great job for us, helping us cover these matches. You know, once it gets to the postseason, there are rights fees that High Top Sports Network and Wolves TV have to pay to the respective districts that we broadcast, and those local businesses really have stepped up and helped us out so far this postseason. Just about 2.5 minutes away. I'm going to take a quick break, get a little bit of water here, get the vocal cords ready to go for this PIAA Class 2A first round boys volleyball matchup. West Shamokin and Our Lady of the Sacred Heart coming up next. And welcome back to West Shamokin Junior Senior High School. We are just about 5 seconds away from getting the starting lineups here. As I mentioned, Ray Blystone, former athletic director here, is the game manager tonight, so he's going to be giving us the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West Shamokin High School.
There will certainly be a PIAA sportsmanship
PIAA boys volleyball 2A playoff
message here from Mr. Blystone.
Our Lady of Sacred Heart High School and the
You can hear that
West Shamokin High School.
at every sporting event, high school sporting event in Pennsylvania.
And both schools' administration, we ask that everyone display good sportsmanship for all coaches, players,
And you may be able to pick it up
spectators.
over my microphone, but
Thank you for coming out to support our communities.
it is more important now than ever to remind folks when they come into a high school sporting event about good sportsmanship, because sometimes emotions run a little high and things can get out of hand, but folks here at West Shamokin, good folks, so don't really have to worry about that here. The national anthem coming on. We'll be right back. And now we will meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest.
Senior number 11, Jeremy Carmella.
Jeremy Carmella out there. Call his name a lot. He is the setter. Colin Wiggin, outside hitter, number 3.
Cam Glantz.
Cameron Glantz, number 4, an outside hitter, 6'1" senior.
John Pfluger.
Number 28, John Pfluger. He plays the opposite, 6'6" senior.
Senior number 14,
Brian Tarbuck, 5'11" senior outside hitter.
Junior number 2,
Number 14, libero, Andrew Griesacker.
and junior number 7,
And number 2, middle hitter,
Austin John
Colin Seminole. And finally,
Chargers head coaches
6'6" junior middle hitter, number 7, Austin John Core. So that is your starting lineup for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. I'm going to call them OLSH during the match. And now we will get the starting lineups for the West Shamokin Wolves. Derek Leibarger and Nikki Atherton. Those guys both play in the middle blocker. As I mentioned, Ezra Osterling, the sophomore outside hitter. And number 14, middle hitter Jacob Wadding, the senior in there. Christian Sharp, the libero defensive specialist, number 5. Number 2, Luke Palmo, senior setter. And Owen Stover, the outside hitter.
Assistant coaches, Melinda Osterling, Matt Osterling, Eric Spencer, Paula McKee, and Joe Glover. Good luck to both teams.
Large contingent of assistant coaches down there for West Shamokin. And tons of volleyball knowledge. Melinda Osterling, she is the girls varsity volleyball coach here at West Shamokin, assisted by her husband Matt here for the boys and with the girls. Eric Spencer, former standout player here, playing at the next level as well. So quite a load of experience there on the West Shamokin sideline. I'll tell you what, Coach Craig, he's not one of these head coaches that's just going to go on his own and make his own decisions. He listens to his coaching staff. And it has paid dividends. As I mentioned, 3 straight District 6 championships for the Wolves. Obviously, the 2020 season was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, so 3 championships stretching over 4 years for the Wolves. And this last one captured in dramatic fashion against the Central Dragons at Mount Aloysius College. Just a phenomenal comeback.
If anyone lost any money outside the building or in the hallway this evening, there is an amount at the front gate. If you did, please check with them.
Well, somebody lost some cash.
Thank you.
And the honest folks out here in Rural Valley, someone turned it in out there at the front gate. So, folks checking their pockets. Might have dropped a couple of bills. And we are about to get this one underway. West Shamokin versus Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. The WPIAL 2A runner-up against the District 6 2A champion. And the rotation to begin. Sees Christian Sharp check in and Jacob Wadding take a seat quickly. And Ezra Osterling going to begin service here. Start this matchup. Keep an eye on that jump serve by Osterling. If he can keep it inbounds, it's going to be very tough for OLSH, but a good, fielding of that serve right there and a kill right off the bat for the Chargers. In the middle there, a lot of height. That is number 7, Austin John Core, listed at 6'6". So first point of the game goes to the Chargers. Jump serve across. That was Carmella. Back row attack by Osterling. Oh, up through the rafters, didn't touch anything. Lucky break there for the Chargers. But John Core's attack too long, so tied back up at 1, side out to the Wolves. And back to the service line. And this will be Nikki Atherton, number 16 for West Shamokin. Atherton sends it across. Lefty attack right there. That was Pfluger. There's Stover into the block, and somehow OLSH keeps it up. Contested ball. That was John Core. And there's John Core again, and he will get his 2nd kill of the match. Right there. Ball at the net. And John Core able to put it down. So 2-1 here, Chargers heading to the line. For OLSH will be Colin Wigand. And Wigand, a service error into the net. And that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on for both squads. You know, those service errors, they can become costly, and they really, really can add up over the course of a match. And that serve across right there. Too long. John Core misses on the attack. At the line for West Shamokin will be Jesse Cessna, the freshman. Saw him get some playing time against Bishop Guilfoyle and Central. There's John Core, and that goes off a sharp all the way back. Ezra Osterling dives for it, but unable to save it. So 3 apiece now. OLSH will serve here, and checking in, number 14, Andrew Griesacker with a tremendous permed mullet. Man, that hairstyle takes some work. Griesacker at the line. Osterling back row off the block, deflected at the net. Palmo with a push, and it's going to fall. Luke Palmo going to get credit for that kill. Nice little push to no man's land. And that'll put West Shamokin up 4-3 here early first set. Owen Stover back to the line for West Shamokin. Stover jump serve, and too long. So a miss right there by Owen Stover gives the Chargers a point. Tie it back up, 4-4. And Matt Tarbuck into the game right now, and he will serve for OLSH. Tarbuck sends it. Palmo, good set right there to Osterling, off the block, but able to play it are the Chargers. Quick set and pounded down into the court. That was Colin Simino. Kill right there. So Simino off the quick set. And that was Jeremy Carmella with that quick set. Ball at the net. Carmella setting up Glantz, who sends it across. Back row attack from Stover. And that's set by, oh man, they got lucky right there, did the Chargers. That's set by Carmelo, close to the net, but able to get a left hand on it was Glantz. And then West Shamokin misplayed it. So now 6-4. Chargers on top here, first set. And a service error right there by Matt Tarbuck. So OLSH looking like they were going to go on a little bit of a run right there, but the service error ends it. And that'll send Sharp to the line. Sharp sends it across. Palmo sets up Osterling. Big swing, but too long. Osterling missing right there. Attack error goes against the Wolves. 7-5 now. And the serve across there. That was Cameron Glantz. And there's Osterling. He'll get a kill on that one. Osterling up and able to hammer it down. Diving in the back row was Tarbuck, but unable to play it forward. So Luke Palmo, senior setter, heading to the line for the Wolves. Palmo, little jump on his serve, sends it across. Libero right there. That was Brian Tarbuck. Blocked at the net. Atherton and Osterling putting it down and retying this first set. 7 apiece. Palmo just gets it over the net. Big swing and a kill. That was Colin Wiggins. Side out to the Chargers. And back to serve right now for OLSH. Libero, Brian Tarbuck. Osterling on the back set right there. Dug out. In the back row by Matt Tarbuck. Little tip, somehow saved. And Osterling smacks it across. Rally continues. Palmo nearly a ball handling right there. Bump set by Stover. Pushed across by Osterling. Big swing and in, just hits the back line. Wow, what a rally right there. And Colin Wiggins gonna get credit for that kill. 9-7 now. Had the score backwards there, apologies. 9-7 in favor of the Chargers. And Brian Tarbuck wearing the Libero jersey tonight, listed as the outside hitter. And Osterling, that's gonna be a kill, and the ball is stuck up in the ventilation. We'll see if it comes down. Everybody just kind of looking at the ceiling right now. And they're going to replay that point. OLSH catching a break as that ball got stuck up in the rafters / ventilation system. So the point being replayed, Tarbuck back to the line. That would have been a sure kill for Osterling, I think. In the middle, and Atherton there for the kill. Nikki Atherton, that middle blocker position, another sophomore out there for the Wolves. Able to put it down, and that's going to send Ezra Osterling to the line. Osterling with the swing, a hammered. Great serve, and again it's bouncing around in the rafters. A little tip there. That was Wiggin, but West Shamokin plays it. Back row attack by Osterling. Oh, and a misplay in front right here. That was Jeremy Carmella. Couldn't get that ball tipped across. So that makes it 9 apiece. Osterling with the serve. Oh, into the net. Another ½ inch, and that ball was skimming the tape and getting across, but service error there by Osterling. 10-9 now, OLSH on top. And that's going to send Jeremy Carmella, the senior setter, to the line. Carmella into the net, so back-to-back service errors, one for each team, as Carmella misses on that serve. And that sends Nikki Atherton to the line for West Shamokin. Swing by John Core right there, but a good dig by Atherton. Back row attack by Osterling, blocked, but coming in trying to boot it into the net. Good effort right there by Cameron Glantz, but it ends up going under the net, so West Shamokin on top now by a point. Atherton continues to serve. Carmella, good set right there. Lefty swing and a kill by John Pfluger. Side out to the Chargers. Colin Wigand with the serve, gets it across. There's Stover. Block in the middle. Osterling flat-footed, and he's going to find it in the back corner. Osterling, a nice shot right there. Ends up dropping in the back corner. So they got it at 12-11 OLSH. Oh, no, excuse me. It is 12-11 West Shamokin. Just got corrected on the scoreboard right there. Punched across there by Pfluger. West Shamokin sets up. Osterling back row again. Good dig. Bounces off the rafters once more. And that's what happens with the velocity of those swings by Ezra Osterling. Just really, really putting them across with some heat. Jesse Cessna at the line. 13-11 West Shamokin on top of the Chargers right now. Big swing on the left side, tipped out by Owen Stover, I believe. And that was a nice swing there by Pfluger, so side out to the Chargers. And Andrew Griesacker with that tremendous mullet back in to serve. Griesacker sends it across. Osterling tried to pick that back corner again, but that one was out of bounds. So we're knotted at 13. This game has been very close throughout the first set. And that one into the net, so point goes to West Shamokin. 14-13 now, Wolves. Good serve there by Stover. And into the net. Attack error, that was Simino. Jump serve there by Stover into the net. So that makes it 15-14 Wolves. After that service error by Stover, coming in is Matthew Tarbuck. He will serve for the Chargers. Osterling, good swing, but a nice dig in the back row. That was Wigand. Stover plays it ahead to Palmo. Again, a good swing by Osterling, and he hammers one down. It cannot be dug out by Wigand. So 16-14 now. Wolves on top by a couple. See West Shamokin varsity baseball head coach Dave Powers over there in his familiar spot in the corner watching this one. Coach Powers in the short pants today, enjoying the 90-degree weather here. Good dig right there by Cessna. Another nice dig, that one by Stover. Here's Osterling, and it's in! Osterling going from corner to corner in this first set. And the Wolves open up their biggest lead of the first set. 3 points here. Christian Sharp at the line. Sharp, the senior libero, sends it over. Oh, too long. Stover Had to pull a matrix move to get out of the way of that one. As that swing by Colin Simino, too long. Now a 4-point lead here, set number 1. Sharp just gets it over the tape. Back row attack there. And we're going to get a net violation and a point to OLSH, as Osterling was in the twine. Cameron Glantz, 6'1" senior outside hitter with the serve. Oh, Palmo runs into Sharp. Somehow Stover gets it across. Set all the way across by Carmella, and able to punch it down is Colin Wigand. What a set all the way across the court there by Carmella. 18-16 now. Palmo, quick set, and that was to Atherton. That ball popped right back across by OLSH. There's Osterling, but a good dig by Tarbuck. Nice rally here, contested ball. Osterling with a swing and too much heat. Ezra Osterling on fire in this first set. Big swing right at Cameron Glantz, knocked him backwards. And it'll be 19-16. And OLSH head coach Mike McDonald takes his first timeout of the match. Again, you are watching Wolves TV presented by High Top Sports Network. Phoenix Physical Therapy, our scoreboard sponsor this evening. And as I mentioned, we've had several great sponsors step up here during the postseason, Avi's Tavern being one of them. A.E. Rican Welding Company, Steffi's Country Catering, Ryan Bowser State Farm in Ford City, just to name a few. Nicola Ann Photography, she does the sports photos out here at West Shamokin, and Armstrong. And those are the two teams that we have primarily covered in this postseason. The Armstrong Riverhawks softball team going for the WPIAL 5A championship on Thursday. They will face Penn Trafford. That should be a good one. Sadly, High Top Sports Network cannot be there. The Trib High School Sports Network has exclusive rights. We did partner with them for the quarterfinals and semifinals to make sure that the Riverhawks were broadcast live. But for the finals, Trib keeps that to themselves. But we will be back for the state tournament, which Armstrong has already qualified for, and which West Shamokin is playing in right now. So come states, we're back around. Serve across there by Palmo. Blocked up. Oh, and a misplay there by Christian Sharp, and he's looking at his hands like, you failed me. Sharp was trying to set that ball, and it just went backwards on him, and he looked down at his hands like, what are you doing to me here? Serve across there by Tarbuck. Here's Osterling on the far side. It's out, no contact. So back to a one-point game coming out of that timeout by OLSH head coach Mike McDonald. 19-18 here in the first set. Brian Tarbuck sends it across. Osterling setting up Stover with the back row attack. There's a dig in the back row by Matt Tarbuck. Oh, what a tip right there, but able to play it, and Osterling double hit off the net. He knew he did it, just started walking away. So that ties us up at 19 apiece. And Tarbuck will continue to serve for the Chargers. Palmo back set. Osterling little tip. Oh, what a diving attempt by Carmella. And that is all hustle right there by Jeremy Carmella, laying out, hitting the floor hard. And popped across right there. I believe that was John Core. West Shamokin kind of not ready for it. So OLSH back in front, 2019. Atherton sends it, but dug out there by Carmella. Oh, and that one deflected and goes off of Osterling. So now OLSH up a couple, and that will lead to West Shamokin head coach Scott Craig taking his first timeout. Nobody wanting to surrender that first set. It's tough enough to come back in a set, let alone when you drop the first one. I'm not saying it puts you directly behind the 8 ball, but it is a hold, tough to dig out of in a state playoff game. So the first timeout taken by head coach Scott Craig. And you are watching Wolves TV, presented by High Top Sports Network, an educational cooperative here at West Shamokin Junior Senior High School. We're proud to be a part of. We've worked with some fantastic students throughout this school year. And I think quite a few of them really have kind of discovered something, you know, whether it be taking photos, writing stories for the newspaper. As folks out there may know, High Top Sports Network is the official content provider for the Leader Times sports section, the paper of record here in Armstrong County. So our students have done it all. Engineered broadcasts, run the camera, been on the mic, taken photos, written stories. It's been a really fantastic experience here, not just for the kids. There's another kill by Osterling, brings it back to a 1-point game, but for us as well. It's really a joy to give something back to these students, especially when they show an interest in what it is that we do. It's nice to see them get involved, and a lot of them are athletes in different sports, which is very cool. Oh, try to dig it right there, was sharp, but that will end up being a kill for Colin Wigand. So back up to a 2-point lead here for the Chargers, and that will send Jeremy Carmella to the line. Palmo just pops it over, trying to find the middle of that defense. And at the net, oh, and they're going to get Atherton, I do believe. Nope. It wasn't Atherton. I believe that violation went against Derek Leibarger. So now OLSH just a couple of points away from taking this first set. If they were down, looked like West Shamokin might have control there. So the Wolves were up 3 points, but now Chargers have turned the tide and hold a 3-point lead of their own. Carmella, 5'9" senior setter, back to serve. And Carmella sends it. There's Osterling. Palmo all the way across to Stover, and he pounds it down. Emphatic kill right there by Owen Stover. And a big side out. Boy, West Shamokin needed that. It's going to send Nikki Atherton to the line. The Wolves trying to claw back here, down a couple. Carmella, well, just poked across, and that's going to be problematic. And 4 hits. Oh no, they called a ball handling error on Derek Leibarger, the double hit. So now we are at set point. And Coach Craig taking another timeout, as West Shamokin in danger of going down 1-0 here in this first round. PIAA Class 2A boys volleyball tournament game. Chargers have shown some resiliency here in this first set, have fought their way back. They were down late in this first set, but have really turned it around. That first time out called by Coach Mike McDonald. His team came out recharged. And hey, have taken control of set number 1. West Shamokin trying to stave off set point. Force a little extra volleyball here in set number 1. We'll see if West Shamokin is capable of doing just that. And at the line for the Chargers, trying to end it, Colin Wigand. And Wigand across, there's Osterling. Palmo sets up Stover. Net violation there. Boy, that's a nice break for the Wolves, because that swing by Stover ended up going long. So a side out, and West Shamokin will get service. And it's going to be the freshman, Jesse Cessna here, trying to put together a little run from the line. Cessna goes right at Cameron Glantz. Blocked at the net. Not sure if Pfluger got that all into the net, but Stover and Stover and Wadding were both there to stuff it down. And Cessna going back row, and it drops in for an ace. Drops right over the head of Brian Tarbuck. He looked as if he was going to play it, but at the very last second, it falls in for the ace. And a timeout called by Coach McDonald. Wow, what a turn of events here late in this first set. Jesse Cessna, perfectly placed serve right there. Goes over the head of Brian Tarbuck and drops right on the line for an ace. So now 24 all. Gonna get some extra volleyball here in set number 1. West Shamokin on a 3-0 run to tie this at 24 apiece. And OLSH took only about 25 seconds of that timeout. Coach McDonald's message very quick and clear. Those Chargers right back out onto the court. And the Wolves join them, so Cessna trying to continue this run. 3 straight points for the freshman. Cessna across, going at Glance once again. Oh, blocked again and sent back. Boy, oh boy, what a stuff block right there by Owen Stover. Huge swing by John Pfluger, but Stover there put it back perfectly, and the entire OLSH offense had been sucked up toward that front. And Cessna too long right there. Oh, would have been a dramatic finish if Cessna was able to do it all from the line right there, but 2 big blocks by West Shamokin, now 25 all. Andrew Griesacker in, getting the business a little bit from the West Shamokin student section. Palmo set to Stover, little tip across, and it drops. Goes right over Pfluger, perfectly placed. Owen Stover really turning up the heat in set number 1, and he's going to have a chance to end this first set. Stover at the line. And a long approach on this jump serve by Stover. And a good serve, but OLSH there. Left-handed. That was a nice play right there by Colin Simino. He went up, looked like he was going to swing at it right-handed. And then quick tip with the left. Puts it down for the kill, 26 all. Matthew Tarbuck to the line. 6-foot junior outside hitter. Will serve now for the Chargers. Osterling just has to bump it back. Free ball sent across by Stover. And a dig right there on that attack from Simino by Stover. And another tip. Works to perfection. These little tip shots by the Wolves getting over that tall front line of OLSH. And then the back row just too far back, not able to come up and get those tips because they have to respect the swings of Osterling and Stover. Sharp service error right there, and we will continue at 27 apiece. So we've had set point numerous times here in the first. That's going to put Cam Glance, 6'1" senior outside hitter, on the line. Glance across, there's Stover. Set from Palmo, oh, that might have been out, but Glance played it. That's going to give West Shamokin a chance to reset. Back row attack from Stover. Glance able to dig it and into the block right there and down on the West Shamokin side. That is a kill for Colin Simino. So back to set point here for the Chargers. Cam Glance back to the line. 28-27 OLSH. Osterling, and that, off the rafters again. Somehow got through without touching anything. Boy, what a rally right here. Osterling lefty tip. And OLSH able to play it. Back to Osterling. Into the block and down. So we tied up once again thanks to another kill by Ezra Osterling. Man, he's going to have 20 kills in this first set the way this is going. So Palmo to the line, 28 all. Palmo across. Big swing right there. And boy, oh boy, did Colin Wigan line up for that. Got the huge swing. And Stover unable to dig it in the back row. So 29-28. OLSH on top. Ryan Tarbuck at the line. Back set from Palmo to Osterling. Blocked, and that'll do it. A huge block there by Austin John Core. Finally, this first set comes to an end, 30-28. Wow. Swings and momentum back and forth, back and forth. But OLSH finally able to finish it on that block by John Core. And the Chargers are going to be heading for the locker room. A couple of them at least. I don't know. Well, there's 3 minutes between sets, so Coach McDonald letting his team head to the locker room. You don't normally see that. Some of the guys are staying out here, but West Shamokin, of course, always staying out. Never see them go to the locker room between sets. I believe that's the first time I've seen that all season. So a few of the OLSH players heading back to the locker room, maybe to refill the water bottle. Definitely need to stay hydrated after that first set. So do I. It was a lot of talking for me. It was several extra points. Take a sip of my Propel while we have time between sets. Wow, 30-28 in that first. OLSH comes out on top. So now West Shamokin gonna have to do some work here. And it's certainly not a hole that they're incapable of digging out of. They did it down 2-0 against Central in that District 6 championship match. But that was a lot of energy used up by both of these teams in that first set. Just an incredible back and forth affair between the Chargers and the Wolves. OLSH comes out on top. Thanks for tuning in to Wolves TV, presented by High Top Sports Network. We will be with the Wolves if they advance here in this state tournament, something they've yet to do in their history, trying to pick up that first PIAA playoff victory. And I have had the pleasure of watching West Shamokin probably, oh man, I'm going to say double-digit times this year that we've had them on High Top Sports Network. And, you know, you get to know these kids, you get to know the coaches and the parents and everybody surrounding the program, and it's just, you know, well-run program. Coach Craig, obviously the head coach, but as mentioned, Melinda Osterling, the girls varsity head coach, a big part of what the boys have been able to achieve here at West Shamokin, and couldn't say nicer things about all the coaches and the kids on this West Shamokin side. It's always been a joy to cover them. Coach Craig, one of my favorite interviews. We get off topic every now and again, but that's the hallmark of a good coaching interview, is whenever, you know, you get the quote out of the way first, and then it kind of just evolves into a conversation between friends. And that's what makes it so much fun to talk to Coach Craig and Coach O in the fall during the girls' season. I don't know. There's a sign over there in the student section that says free school. I guess that means because West Shamokin's a public school and OLSH is not. Not sure, but, you know, the sign doesn't have any curse words on it, so it is allowed. No bad messaging over there on the West Shamokin student section. Some good-natured ribbing, and these two teams have met a couple of times this year in tournament play. I believe, at OLSH's tournament early in the season. Chargers defeated the Wolves twice this year. Once at their own tournament and once somewhere else. And I looked it up earlier today when I was doing my research, but can't recall off the top of my head where exactly that second match took place. But these teams know each other. And the first serve of set number 2 comes from Glantz. And Glantz will have the back row attack, dig by Palmo. Oh, and a miscommunication between Sharp and Stover. And the first point of set number 2 will go to the Chargers. Glantz remains at the service line. Palmo sets it back. Osterling with the back row attack. That one's into the net. Contested ball. And a net violation goes against. Oh, man. That one's going to go against Nikki Atherton. And the point goes OLSH's way. 2-0, that contested ball at the net. Atherton just got too much of the twine. So that ball whistled down. Glantz serves. There is Sharp in the back row. Stover, big swing and a good save there by Glantz. Blocked though. Atherton gets a little bit of revenge. He and Leiberg are both there to stop the attack from Colin Wiggins. So Atherton will serve. 2-1 OLSH on top early, set number 2. Quick set by Carmella, pushed there by Simino, but West Shamokin able to play it. Big swing, good save there by Osterling. And Palmo tried a little push, but too long, ends up going out of bounds. 3-1 now, Wolves trailing. That's going to send Brian Tarbuck to the line. Quick set, oh, blocked right there. John Core shutting down Wadding. And that one ends up going out of bounds. Don't look now, but OLSH looks to have seized the momentum here early in this second set, coming off that emotional 30-28 victory in set number 1. Tarbuck across, Osterling, Palmo pops it, and there is Wadding with the left hand, puts it down. Big kill by Jacob Wadding, side out, much needed there for the Wolves. That's going to send the freshman Jesse Cessna to the line. Had a good run to extend that first set at the service line, just across. John Core, big swing, but blocked by Wadding. Stuffed. That set was a little behind John Core. He took a swing at it, but Wadding was right there. Big stuff block by Jacob Wadding. Point to the Wolves. Carmella tries the set left-handed across there by Wiggin. Back row attack. Osterling deflected at the net by Wiggin. It goes out of bounds, so the Wolves have come back to tie this up after being down 3 quickly. Retying this second set. Cessna has been good at the line. That one too long. Tarbuck correct in letting that one go. Let one go early, or excuse me, late in that first set. Ended up being an ace, landing right on the line. But wisely let that one sail over his head. Jeremy Carmella at the line now for the Chargers. Oh, just hits the tape, and that's going to be an ace for Carmella. Just goes off the tape and dropped in front of the West Shamokin D. Not really much you can do about that one if you are the Wolves. Oh, blocked by John Core. At the net, Wadding tried to basically just underhand pop it up there, and John Core right at the net, listed at 6'6", and he used all of it right there. Oh, Palmer went down, but I think he was trying to get out of the way of Wadding, and Coach Craig going to take a timeout again. Try to slow this Chargers team down. And we got about a minute. So we'll thank one of our great sponsors here in the springtime and playoff time. That's Steffi's Country Catering. Spring is here. Graduation is right around the corner. I know those graduation parties are right around the corner. I've been invited to a few. So make sure to choose Steffi's Country Catering for all your graduation party or outdoor events. And be sure to serve your guests the best home-cooked food around. Steffi's Country Catering has over 40 years of experience, and they specialize in affordable catering for all events, big or small. Make it a point to also check out those weekly Sunday takeout specials. And remember, Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order. Go with the red velvet. You won't be sorry. Call Terry at 724-548-5047 or search Steffi's Country Catering on Facebook. Mention High Top Sports Network for a special 10% discount when you book your next event with Steffi's Country Catering. Service error by Carmella right there. So that's what West Shamokin's needed out of that timeout. 8-5 Stover heading to the line. Stover swings. Tarbuck there, and at the net, Palmo hit it. Got it over the net. And then a little trouble by Pfluger, sending it back across. Ends up out of bounds on that far side. Stover into the net, service error. A little frustration showing right there after that serve by Stover. That's going to send Colin Wigand to the line. Osterling, nice dig in the back row by Wigand. Carmella sets up glance, but there's Osterling. It's going to be at the net contested. OLSH keeps it alive. John Core sends it across. Here's Osterling again, taking a swing off the block. Rally continues, but the bump set from Wigand in the back row. Too far for John Core. 9-7. West Shamokin trails. Christian Sharp heading to the line. Sharp going to send it across. Dig there by Stover. Oh, a diving save by Atherton. Keeps the rally alive. And another block. That was Osterling that time. Blocked up Pfluger. Free ball sent across by OLSH. There's Sharp. Sends it to Palmo. Here's Osterling. And that one's blocked down. Pfluger gets his revenge. And another point there for the Chargers. 10-7 now. OLSH on top. And to the line, Andrew Griesacker. Push by Osterling allows OLSH to set up, but Wolves going to get a chance, but Osterling misses. Near side, out of bounds. 4-point lead now for the Chargers. Took the first set, 30-28. Now up 11-7 in set number 2. Oh, Stover, last second, throws the left hand out there and kept it off the court. And that one out too long by Cam Glantz. 11-8 now. Side out West Shamokin. That's going to send Luke Palmo to the service line. Carmella sets up Pfluger, blocked by Osterling. And somehow the Wolves keep it alive. Looked like it was going to be a kill for Simino. Use that left hand again. Here's Osterling, and that's going to be a kill for Ezra Osterling. It goes off the hands of Cam Glantz. And now it's a big point for the Wolves, cutting it back to a 2-point deficit. That ball went right out the open door, and none of the West Shamokin student section got up to get it. And they're clapping for Jeremy Carmella as he goes out the door and retrieves the ball. Not one of those Wolves over there in the student section moved, which I think is great, because when the ball is on the opponent's side, they have to roll it back. So 11-9, served by Palmo. Again, oh man, wow. Colin Simino has really used that deception. It looks like he's swinging with that right hand and goes up and then quickly taps it with the left. Put it down for another kill. He's used that. I can count 3 times in my head right now. It has been effective. And too long service error by Matthew Tarbuck. Ezra Osterling to the line. 12-10 OLSH on top. Jump serve by Osterling, hits the tape. And dug out by Glantz. Off the block. Oh, diving save right there by Stover. Or excuse me, Palmo. And off of Nicky Atherton right there. And he turned around, thought the ball got deflected over his head backward, ended up in front of him. And drops down, side out to OLSH. And that's going to put Cameron Glantz on the line for the Chargers, 13-10. Chargers are on top. There's Stover, and he's too long. Attack error. Owen Stover, 14-10. So OLSH opening up a little bit of a lead right now. Trying to tack on a couple more, get some breathing room here in set number 2. Palmo sets up Stover. That ball bumped all the way across. Back row attack, Osterling. But a dig by Tarbuck. And the lefty tip works again. This time it was Wigand into the block and down with the left hand. (15-10), Glantz still at the line. There's the serve by Glantz. There's Sharp. Palmo blocked at the net. And violation right there at the net on West Shamokin. So now OLSH up to a 6-point lead here in set number 2. Be surprised if Coach Craig does not call a timeout should this next point go the Chargers' way. Oh, and Atherton into the net. Comes up short. Coach Craig does not elect to use a timeout. His team now down 7 here in set number 2. Glantz continues to serve for the Chargers. Stover, big swing, and finally a kill. Needed that side out, kind of shook his head, telling his teammates, let's go, guys. Time to wake up, and that's what he did in that District 6 championship match against Central. After the Wolves dropped the first 2 sets, Stover just went over and said, look, we don't play like this. That's kind of what he said after that kill. Atherton serve. Oh, and they're going to get ball handling error right there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. The double hit. I believe that one's going against Semino. So Atherton back to the line. 17-12. West Shamokin down 5 here, set number 2. Griesacker, little trouble with that serve, and just a free ball coming now. Palmo the set. Here's Stover off the block. Osterling. He sends it across. Good dig right there. And another bump. That was Carmella. Tried to bump set over his head toward the direction of Cameron Glantz, but ends up going over the net and out of bounds on the far side. Atherton delivers the serve. Oh, blocked at the net. And it goes out of bounds once more. Big block in the middle right there. Jacob Wadding shutting down the OLSH attack. So the Wolves were down 7. Now down just 3 after a 4-0 run. And Coach McDonald will take a timeout. Kind of slow West Shamokin down a little bit. Kind of looked like the Wolves were letting this set slip away, but spirited comeback, 4 straight points. And that'll give us a chance to thank another awesome sponsor, and that's Nicola Ann Photography. She's a professional photographer with studio locations in Katanning and Lawrenceville. Owner Nikki Shoemaker specializes in newborns, children, senior class photos, families, and sports teams. Nikki photographs many of the teams here at West Shamokin, as well as many of the teams at surrounding schools in the area, with a specialty in on-location, highly digitalized team and individual sports photos. Nicola Ann Photography was recently featured in a Pittsburgh Post-Gazette article as one of the top photographers in the Pittsburgh area. You can contact Nikki today at 724-388-8949 or visit her website, nicolaann.com, NIKKALAANNE.com, or search Nicola Ann Photography on Facebook and book your session today. Great sponsor that we picked up in the spring, and she's been fantastic throughout the spring and the playoffs as that attack comes up into the net from Wigand. So the Wolves on a 5-0 run right now. Certainly fought back. 17-10, OLSH led that one way too long. My Atherton short hopped the back wall there. That was too much juice from Nikki Atherton on that serve. So 18-15 now the score. Oh, and that one popped off of Cam Glantz and went backward. So side out to West Shamokin. (18-16) now, and Cessna into the net, service error. Not what you want to do at this stage in the set, or really any time, I'm sure, but just got that side out and made it a 2-point game, and then to give a point right back on a service error and send Carmella to the line. Stover going to get a big swing, and he goes off the block for the kill. Pfluger couldn't send it back. 19-17, another closely contested set. Here after the first set went to 30-28. Right now, 19-17, OLSH on top. Jump serve Stover. Tarbuck there. And it's in. What a kill by John Pfluger. Nice set there. Also by Carmella. Back to a 3-point lead for OLSH. And Colin Wigand heading out to the service line. Palmo sets up Osterling. Not much he could do with that. That set got away from Palmo and had Osterling on the other side of the antenna. He tried to punch it back with the left hand, but to no avail. So now a 4-point lead here by OLSH. Crunch time for the Wolves. Back row attack by Stover, blocked down. West Shamokin laying out, somehow keeps it alive, and John Core can't handle it at the net. I think Wadding's going to get credit for that kill. Wolves hitting the floor, sacrificing the body to keep that ball alive. Christian Sharp at the line for West Shamokin and into the net. Another service error. That's got to be driving Coach Craig crazy right now, because he and I have spoken several times throughout this season about how important the serve-receive game is and the service efficiency. Griesacker here at the line for OLSH. Osterling went off of the block. Going to get a net violation. That's going to go against Colin Simino, and he's looking around like, me? But the whistle blows, and Simino gets hit with the net violation. 22-19, Palmo at the line now for the Wolves. Left-handed attack blocked down. Cam Glantz blocked at the net. Atherton was over there, as was Osterling in the area. 22-20, and the Wolves did not give up the fight in a similar situation in set number 1. Palmo across. Carmella got the set up there and pounded at the net. And they are going to give the point to OLSH, even though Cam Glantz made contact with the net. It was after the swing, so both officials looked at one another and both agreed that that was a good kill. 23-20 now, OLSH on top, back set. Osterling tries to drop it in and ends up in the net, so set point again here for OLSH, trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this PIAA Class 2A first round playoff match. Set point and Matthew Tarbuck at the line. Bump set from Stover to Osterling, can't get it across. It hit the net, but they're going to say it was blocked. And a kill, and that will end it. Carmella came across a running set to Cameron Glantz. And Glantz able to put it down 25-20 in set number 2. OLSH now on top, 2-0. And the Wolves facing the same obstacle that they did a week ago at Mount Aloysius College when they went down 2-0 to the Central Dragons in that District 6 championship match. Shamokin was able to fight back, somehow capture that match 3-2. They're going to have to do the same thing again here against the Chargers if they want their season to continue. Again, thanks for tuning in to Wolves TV presented by High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengost here with you at West Shamokin Junior Senior High School. And while we have a couple of minutes, I'd like to thank another sponsor here on High Top Sports Network. Been fantastic from the very beginning, and that is Ryan Bowser State Farm in Ford City. Ryan Bowser is a licensed insurance agent located at 1422 Fifth Avenue in Ford City and can help you with all of your insurance needs. While State Farm is the largest auto insurance provider in the nation, the experienced staff at Ryan Bowser State Farm can assist you with several other products like homeowners, renters, business, life, health, even pet insurance. And you know those little furry friends are like members of the family, so make sure you can check out the pet insurance right there. Ryan Bowser also offers banking services, and they can help you insure your personal valuables like jewelry, sports memorabilia, or any other personal treasures which may not be covered under your homeowner's or renter's policy. Call Ryan at 724-763-9331 or visit him online at ryanbowsersf.com for a free quote today. Ryan Bowser State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser State Farm is there. And he's been there for us since the very beginning of High Top Sports Network. Ryan has been on board. Great sponsor, great guy. Always enjoy stopping to chat with him and the ladies. Right downtown Ford City, right as you come into town. Check him out. And the OLSH players, a quick little trip to the locker room and now back. It's interesting. I wonder if that's a superstition of the team, you know, between sets. Hey, I'm going to run to the locker room, whether it's home or away. I have to do a little research on that and find out if that is something that these Chargers do regularly. As I mentioned, certainly the West Shamokin boys, they don't leave the court. So now the Wolves have to win this third set or it's time to pack it up for the year. And I know the seniors on this team, there are several of them, and they don't want to see their senior season end like this. You got Palmo, Sharp, Andon Lavely, RJ Kirkwood, David Moore, Owen Stover, you know, the senior class is a pretty big one here for West Shamokin. Is there someone I didn't mention? I feel like there's somebody I didn't mention. Christian Sharp, maybe? There are 7 seniors. That was my original point before I lost my train of thought there. 7 seniors on this West Shamokin team, and they didn't want their season to end at Mount Aloysius, and they dug deep, found a way to beat the Dragons and continue that season. Only one team from District 6 2A goes to the state tournament, and that is the district champion. Found a way to continue their season when all seemed lost, and they need to do it again right here as we are underway in set number 3, and Ezra Osterling starts it out perfectly for the Wolves with an ace. So that's something we have yet to see. The first point of the set go to West Shamokin. Osterling stepped on the line. I saw it too, and the whistle was immediate. And that was a good serve too by Osterling, but when he jumped, he went up on that line. That official back there, the line judge, all over it. These guys are PIAA refs. It's not like, you know, a regular season match where the JV guys are out there. And they saw it, I saw it too, and that whistle blew immediately, so. Palmo sets up Stover. And a net violation. That would have been a kill for Stover anyway, as he got it over the block. But a net violation on OLSH. 2-1 Wolves, early set number 3. Atherton, oh, just a bit too long, and Tarbuck he had his heels on the line back there, and again, wisely let that one go. So the service error leads to a side out for the Chargers, and it's going to put Tarbuck on the line. Oh, trouble right there. Receiving the serve by Osterling. Kind of let that ball play him a little bit. He went down to one knee, was unable to pass it forward. Stover, big swing, but a dig right there. Mike Glantz kept alive. John Core blocks Wadding at the net. Shuts down that attack. John Core, 6'6" junior middle hitter. He's been effective in that middle for the Chargers today, especially defensively. Here's Stover again, blocked, but that one goes out of bounds off of Carmella. So side out to the Wolves, 4-3. And that will send Cessna to the line. Serve across there. John Core in the middle and on the net. Not sure who that was. Looked like Wadding. Going to get whistled for that one. That violation makes it 5-3 in favor of the Chargers. Carmelo with the serve. Palmo sets up Stover and blocked down, and it's in. The block right there by John Pfluger, also listed at 6'6". He stuffed Stover. Ball ended up on the West Shamokin side, so point to the Chargers. And Osterling going to get a kill from the back row, kind of falling away. Deflected off the block there at the net. And went to a dead spot in that OLSH defense. Now Owen Stover at the line, big approach, and his serve is into the net. And he's looking over in frustration at the West Shamokin bench and saying, I can't. He has had some real issues at the service line tonight. But right back with a service error of his own was Colin Wiggin. Wadding sits down. That's going to send Sharp back to the line. 7-5 OLSH on top. Third set. Chargers up 2-0 in this match. There's John Core. And it's going to end up in the net, and Palmo couldn't play it out. John Core didn't even really look like a spike, just kind of got it to the back row with some authority, and it came off a Stover and up into the net. Palmo unable to play it, so another point to OLSH. It's going to bring in Andrew Griesacker. Griesacker into the net, so another service error there by the Chargers, keeping West Shamokin in this third set. Out of the game comes Cessna. Palmo to the line. And a kill right there on the far side by Cam Glantz as it goes off the block. Side out. Service incoming from Matthew Tarbuck. Free ball sent across there by Stover. Carmella all day to set. Ball handling error going to get called on Derek Leibarger right there. Double hit. Goes against Leibarger. 10-6 now. Chargers extending the lead to 4. And they're going to switch the ball out. Serve across there from Matthew Tarbuck. Osterling, big swing, good dig right there by Wiggin. Here's Glantz, and that caught some deflection. I think it was Leibarger. Got a fingertip on that, so it goes out of bounds. So OLSH continuing to extend this lead, now 5 points, 11-6. Osterling, good swing, but a nice dig right there by Tarbuck. A swing right there. Goes off the antenna. That was Cam Glantz, but it was falling away, and it caught the antenna, so point to West Shamokin. 11-7 now, OLSH on top. Ezra Osterling to the line. Good serve by Osterling. Carmella sent it across early. Here's Osterling from the back row. Dug out by Tarbuck. Nice diving dig right there by Christian Sharp. Here's Osterling, and he gets the kill, and they needed it. Good celebration right there by Sharp as he laid out for that. Kept it alive, and Osterling was able to finish. Down to a 3-point lead now for the Chargers. Osterling, good serve again. Contested ball at the net. And right there to put it down was Nikki Atherton. Quick reaction there by Atherton. Able to stuff that one down. Make it a 2-point game here in set number 3. Osterling a chance from the back row again. Dig there by Wiggins. And sent too long by Cameron Glantz, excuse me. So down to a 1-point lead now. Good run here for the Wolves. Jump serve, Osterling. Ace! Split Griesacker and Wiggin right there. And that ace ties it up. Ezra Osterling doing what he can here from the service line. And a timeout taken by Coach McDonald. The OLSH head coach trying to slow these West Shamokin Wolves down. Ezra Osterling on a good run from the service line. Tied this game up here in set number 3 at 11 all. And as mentioned previously by myself, High Top Sports Network will be covering the Armstrong Riverhawks in their first round state tournament game next Monday, June 6th. Location, opponent, time, all TBD. It really depends on what the Riverhawks do on Thursday against Penn Trafford in the WPIAL Class 5A championship game. Riverhawks fell short last year in the WPIAL championship, trying to avenge that loss. Well, they already technically did. They knocked North Hills out of the tournament in the semis this year and knocked them out of the state tournament in the semis last year. They're trying to avenge the loss in the championship game. Going to have to get past Penn Trafford to take home the gold. So we will be covering that first round state playoff game. A little tip across there by Semino, but Shamokin able to play it. Oh, off the rafter, but Palmo able to play it, but he gets whistled for the double hit, and just an unlucky bounce right there for Luke Palmo. It hit the rafter and kind of came down behind him. Whistled for that double hit. It's going to send Cameron Glantz to the line here for the Chargers. Back row attack, Osterling, he'll get the kill. Diving for it and unable to play it forward was Cameron Glantz. We are retied once again at 12 apiece. Atherton, kind of a lob serve right there. Net violation on the Wolves. I think that one's going against Stover. So OLSH back in front by a point. Brian Tarbuck back to the line. Stover, big swing. Got a hand on it. The whole bench was screaming out, but Stover played it. Somehow, Cam Glantz got a hand on that, and John Core finishes it in the middle. The whole bench and the whole team was screaming out, but Stover played it anyway and goes against the Wolves right there as John Core picks up the kill in the middle. Back to a 2-point lead for the Chargers. Stover again. What a dig in the back row by Glantz, and that attack comes up short by Wiggins. So side out to the Wolves, 14-13 now. Down just a point. Back into the game, the freshman, Jesse Cessna. He will have a chance from the line here. A couple of good runs from Cessna, but I jinxed him. Commentator's curse as he goes into the net for the service error. So that puts Carmella at the line for the Chargers. Stover, a little tip. Carmella was there to play it though. Carmella, the big set, and it's in. Oh man, picking the corner right there. Colin Wiggin in that back far corner. Great set by Carmella. Chargers up 3 now. Carmella continues to serve. Another ball handling error called against the Wolves. The double hit on Palmo. 4-point lead now for the Chargers. Once again, getting down to crunch time in this third set, and there is no volleyball after this if West Shamokin is unable to pull this third set out, and a little help right there for the Wolves from Carmella as his serve goes long. That's going to put Stover on the line. He's had some issues in the service game. Gets that one across. Here's Osterling. Oh, blocked back. John Core and Pfluger, a couple twin towers right there, both at 6'6", blocked it right back toward West Shamokin. A quick play ends up out of bounds. So the point goes to the Chargers. Wiggin now at the line for OLSH. Osterling had to plant that foot, go back across the grain. Oh man, what a swing by Pfluger. Gets Sharp in the chest. Nothing he could do. Sharp just kind of throws his hands up like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. That one had some heat on it from John Pfluger, the lefty. 6'6", just unleashed a bomb right there. Stover trying his best to answer it, but ends up going long out of bounds. So now 20-14, Coach Craig will call a timeout. So OLSH came in here in that first set. West Shamokin had a couple of opportunities to take set number one, but OLSH kept fighting back. You know, give the Wolves credit. They fought back originally to force some extra volleyball there, but Chargers able to take that set, the first one of the night, 30-28, and have had the momentum ever since. They won set number two, 25-20, and now up 20-14 here in set number three, trying to put an end to West Shamokin's season in straight sets are the Chargers. And right now, Coach Craig not even really addressing his team. He's well, it didn't look like a very fun huddle right there for West Shamokin. So the Wolves gotta really, really dig deep now. Wigan with the serve out of the timeout. There's Osterling, and he'll get a kill. It goes off of Cameron Glantz. He deflected it, couldn't bump it forward. Tarbuck was behind him. Not sure if Glantz should have played that one, but he did, and off of his right arm and out of bounds for the kill. Coach Craig asking a question. Quick answer there by the official, and Sharp at the line. Oh, blocked right there, Pfluger was. And the point goes to West Shamokin. 2 hits, and they're going to say it. Well, Coach McDonald is disagreeing with the call. And they're going to say Pfluger had 2 hits. Well, Coach McDonald, don't think he was very satisfied with the explanation, but he accepts it. Point goes to West Shamokin, 2016. Sharp remains at the line. Oh, the whole Wolves team sucked up right there toward that ball and had to get back in position. Back row attack by Wigan. Oh, and it bounces around, and it actually nearly went in the hoop up there. Free ball. Sent across by Stover, and it drops. Pfluger was back there, as was Wigan. Coach McDonald talking to Wigan right there, saying, that's yours. You got to play that. So West Shamokin staying alive. Down 6 just a few seconds ago. Now just down 3. Oh, Palmo tipped it across there. Jean-Cour just sent it right back with a block by Jean-Cour. Somehow it's still alive. Pfluger dug out by Stover in the back row. Here's Osterling off of Pfluger and down. Big kill there by Ezra Osterling, 20-18. West Shamokin not done yet. Sharp, oh, just gets it across. Man, that was about an inch over the tape. Big dig by Stover in the back row off that swing from Glantz. Ball at the net, and a kill by Glantz. So that ends the West Shamokin run. They did a good job right there. We're down 6, went on a little 4-0 run, but Cam Glantz with that kill, 21-18. Now West Shamokin trails. Griesacker with the serve. Here's Osterling, big swing off the tape. And off of glance, and out of bounds. (21-19) now, West Shamokin trails. Luke Palmo at the line. Oh, Pfluger, what a swing. And that was a nice set by Carmella. So now OLSH just 3 points away from taking this first round match. And back to the line will be Matthew Tarbuck. Palmo back set to Osterling. It's off the tape. And they're going to call 4 hits right there. Never got across. Now OLSH just 2 points away from advancing in this PIAA Class 2A tournament. Osterling dug out. Oh, it hit the batting cage wire, but OLSH able to play it. Here's Osterling again, big swing off the block. And really nothing Tarbuck could do right there. He was kind of leaning toward the middle of the court. That deflected toward this near sideline. Tarbuck just threw an arm out. 23-20 now the score. Osterling sends it. Glance gonna get a chance. Sharp with the dig, goes backward. Osterling saves it. Free ball across from Sharp. Carmella setting up Glance again, and it works! Glance falling away. Found an opening in that West Shamokin defense, and now match point. OLSH trying to end it in straight sets and advance in this state tournament. Cameron Glance at the line. He's had a very solid match this evening. Trying to finish it off. Good serve, Sharp there. Here's Osterling. Dug out by Tarbuck. Gonna be a big swing, and that's it. As Colin Wiggin puts it down, and that will do it here at West Shamokin. 25-20, once again, identical score of that second set. And Our Lady of the Sacred Heart advances as they drop West Shamokin in straight sets in this first round matchup. Well, once again, West Shamokin held winless in the state tournament. That was a big goal, especially after they were able to achieve such a magnificent comeback win in that District 6 championship match. But the Wolves go away empty-handed once more here in the state tournament as the WPIAL runner-up, Our Lady of the Sacred Heart, comes in and emerges victorious with a straight sets W to push them forward in the state tournament. And you can really just break it down. It was that first set that went to 30-28 before OLSH was finally able to finish it. Once they had the momentum, they did not let up. West Shamokin fought valiantly, but unable to come back in this match. A couple of key points where the Wolves needed to go on a run and just couldn't muster the points that they needed to extend this match. Well, thank you once again as folks are filing out here from West Shamokin Junior Senior High School. Thank you once again for tuning into Wolves TV presented by High Top Sports Network. My name is Josh Reckengoss. Really appreciate everyone spending some time with me this evening. I get to see the numbers, you know, how many folks out there are watching. There are quite a few, so really appreciate you tuning in, whether it be on our website, on Facebook, on the Boxcast link that we post on social media. Any way you tune in, maybe Twitter, who knows? Maybe you're watching on Twitter. We get a few viewers on Twitter every now and again. So no matter how you are watching us, thanks so much for joining me tonight and throughout the season. It's our coverage of West Shamokin boys volleyball comes to an end this evening. Our Lady of the Sacred Heart straight sets victorious over West Shamokin. And they will advance while West Shamokin will call it a year. Remember, we will be covering the Armstrong Riverhawks varsity softball team in the state tournament. That begins next week. June 6th will be the first game. Time, location, opponent yet to be determined. That'll all get hashed out after Thursday's WPIAL championship game. Armstrong facing Penn Trafford in that one. And once that game has an outcome, we will be able to let you know where we'll be in the first round with the Riverhawks, as they qualified automatically for making it to the Whippeal semifinals. But now trying to take home the gold in that Whippeal championship game. So stay tuned to all of our platforms here. Find out what we're up to, where we're going, where we're going to be. And we hope you've enjoyed this evening's presentation of PIAA Class 2A Boys Varsity Volleyball. That'll do it for me, Josh Reckengust. Again, many, many thanks to all of you folks out there who have joined us. Many thanks to our fantastic sponsors who have been with us through the season, through the years, and through the playoffs. And special thanks to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley, our scoreboard sponsor this evening. Orthopedic injuries are a part of life, and with help from Phoenix Physical Therapy, you can recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury. Just check them out in Katanning and Rural Valley. Brian Brooks out here in Rural Valley, Damon Fermani in Katanning. Look those guys up, give them a call, phoenixphysicaltherapy.com to book your appointment today. All right, we'll catch you on the flip side. Hope everyone out there has a safe, healthy, happy, and wonderful Tuesday evening. Be well.